blockbuster trade. So take a listen for yourself.
Don't really have too much of a reaction. Obviously trades and things happen every year. And, for me, my main focus on what we do here and how we continue to get better. And that was the case today. The trades happened today, and I couldn't allow myself to kind of indulge in that, knowing that we had a team that we had to play tonight. So my main focus today was on the Thunder.
Interesting. Chris Broussard still with us. So, Chris, what do you make of LeBron's reaction to the trade?
Skip, I spent a lot of time around LeBron when he was younger, his first stint in Cleveland. And his growth and maturation as a leader is incredible. He is so comfortable with where he's at, both in his game. He's comfortable when you shoot a three and turn around and look at your teammates.
Skip ain't got over that yet.
He is comfortable. Because, look, this was the perfect answer. This was essentially, so? He was, if we focus on us, can't anybody beat us? Nobody can beat us. We got myself and AD. Some people said we got the two best players in the world. I don't go that far, but they have enough. And he knows it. Their chemistry, their defense, their offense, they are clicking on all cylinders. And they have one thing that the Nets don't have, even if it works swimmingly for the Nets. You know what they don't have? A great leader. Who is the leader? Harden's had trouble as a leader. Kyrie is really the most dominant personality, but we know he's not a great leader. KD definitely isn't a leader. So that is important to have. And this is not Golden State. Shannon alluded to it earlier. This is not KD, Steph, Clay, and Draymond. All three of those scorers on Golden State could catch and shoot. None of them needed to dominate the ball. And Steph and Clay were awesome at moving without the ball. They were continuous movement. And then you got Draymond, the fourth star, who doesn't even need the ball. He's a playmaker. He's not looking to score. So it was a perfect fit. We had no questions about KD fitting into Golden State at all. Now all we have are questions in Brooklyn. And LeBron is such a smart basketball guy. He sees that just like we do. So, look, at most, Skip, he's concerned maybe it's going to be harder maybe to three-peat. But this year, he knows how hard it is to win it right away. Remember, he didn't win it his first year in Miami. Why? Yes, he did melt down in the finals, but it was also that he and Dwayne Wade couldn't figure out their roles yet. Their games were repetitive, so who's the man? How do we figure this out? And that could be the case with Harden and Kyrie. So LeBron understands that. I don't think he's concerned at all.
You want to add to that before I subtract?
No, I'll let you go ahead and subtract. Then I add again.
Chris Broussard, what happened when Kevin Durant went to Golden State? And by the way, according to Shannon Sharpe, he repeats the story often on this show, Draymond fled into the parking lot after they blew the 3-1 lead and called KD on his cell phone and cried crocodile tears saying, we need you to come save us. Am I right about that?
Yeah, okay. They were real tears. They were crocodile real.
Then who took over the team as the unquestioned leader on and off the floor of that team? To me, it was Kevin Durant.
No, he took over as the best player. He wasn't a leader. Kevin Durant has told you.
Right.
He don't care about that leader. He just want to play. He just want to hoop.
They just looked to him and said, when we got him, we got it.
Skip, just because you're the best player on the team, that doesn't automatically make you. Let me ask you a question. He leading so well. Kyrie gone after 5 games. And he don't know where yet.
Well, who could lead Kyrie? He's got
They never do that later. LeBron, he never did that with LeBron.
LeBron led him.
LeBron had it for 3 years, and he never went AWOL.
Oh, they said Kyrie was always distant and wouldn't talk to anybody?
Yes.
Okay.
He's already doing that.
Do you think LeBron really led Kyrie? I don't.
LeBron, hey,
stop it. Okay, so what I heard was LeBron was trying to dismiss this as just another trade. They happen all the time in the NBA because he's a shrewd enough operator to know he did not want to fuel the hysteria that has now taken the spotlight off the championship Lakers and put it on Brooklyn, New York, where I thought it would never be when it came to the NBA. The new epicenter of basketball is Brooklyn. Everybody's eyes are now going to be on, will it work or will it not work? And I think it is eating LeBron up. And don't tell me that you spent the afternoon focused on the Thunder.
We did.
I'm calling baloney on that one. You can't tell me LeBron was quickly not on the phone with Maverick and Rich saying, what you think? What you think? Because that's just what humans do, because it's the greatest chemistry experiment ever, as Chris Broussard so aptly put it.
Skip, LeBron knew, everybody knew, after James Harden's performance the other night and what he said coming to that podium, we knew it was just going to be a matter of time.
Well, everybody reported it was already in the works. I mean, it was almost done.
Yeah, well, he sped it up.
Okay, well, he just put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, he stabbed
He had been apprised that it was close.
Right.
So he basically gave his farewell speech to Houston. I did all I could for this city.
Well, he put the finishing touch. He put the finishing touches on it to make sure it got crossed. So we're going to go ahead.
Okay.
You done?
All right. So when we look at what is LeBron up against, well, Chris, think about this. He's got to be shaking in his sneakers, because what happened in the bubble? Most teams didn't want to be in the bubble, especially my Clippers. Half of them came and went, and in the end, everybody agreed the Clippers just didn't want to be there. So they blew a 12-point lead in the first closeout game, then a 19, and then a 15-point lead in the next couple of closeout games, and they blew it in 7 games. And you dodged the Clippers, and then who did you get to play in the finals? You got to play the injury-riddled 5th seed from the East, the Miami Heat, who then had to play 3 very young players, 2 of them rookies, one a second-year player, Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero and Kendrick Nunn. They were playing 25 minutes a night, and that's who you got to beat in the NBA Finals. Those days are over, and LeBron knows it, and LeBron has to be more threatened by this than he is letting on.
But, Chris, you're a boxing fan. I don't know in basketball if you can dodge someone if you and I both have equal opportunities. You've got to win 4 games to advance. I've got to win 4 games. In boxing, if somebody I'm afraid of, I can dodge them. I can say, you know what? No, I'm not fighting him. I'm fighting them. How do you dodge the Clippers? The Clippers had every opportunity, just like the Lakers. So once you decided, okay, I don't want to be here, but once I'm here, I might as well go ahead and do it. And I said this before, Chris. LeBron treated the bubble like I treated college. Hell, I'm here. I might as well get a degree. LeBron says, I'm in the bubble. I done spent 3 months in the bubble. I might as well win the championship.
And he might have been the only one to say that.
Well, he should have.
Because he smelled blood.
But
he said, I can steal one. I got the easiest cakewalk to a finals you've ever had.
Chris, how is the most mentally fragile superstar in the history of sports? He's so mentally fragile. He runs from this. He runs from the free throw line.
He does.
He won't take the last shot. But in that bubble, when it took all mental focus, because you're away from your family, you're away from your friends, you're isolated, you can't go and come. You got to realize these guys are used to going and coming whenever, however they want to come. And you can't do that. The most mentally weak guy became the most mentally tough guy.
But basketball toughness has nothing to do with leadership. And Chris pointed out, LeBron has matured as a leader. Well, that has nothing to do with last shots. That has to do with keeping your team together in the bubble.
But guess what, Skip? If you're not mentally tough and you can keep your team from splintering, from fraying, nobody wanted to lead the bubble. Nobody wanted to go and come. It was their guys like, look, we gonna do this. That's what my guy, the leader, the best leader in NBA history.
In NBA history. Well, we had a guy named Trez on our team, and he didn't want to be in the bubble, number one, and he tore my team apart, and now he's on your team. Congratulations.
Is he tearing it apart? Is he tearing that team apart?
We'll see how it works out.
How you looking, Chris?
Skip, hey, you looking good. See, Skip, look, last year, I said this months ago, the Clippers should be a cautionary tale for the Nets. So this was long before the trade, but we saw with the Clippers how important mental toughness, chemistry, all of that is. They didn't have it, and they underachieved. Does Brooklyn have it? We've seen Harden struggle at the big moments. I'll give you that Kyrie. I've never seen him shrink on the court. But off the court, that's an issue. And then KD, KD is awesome. But I don't want to hear about how he stuck it to LeBron in Golden State. I mean, come on, that team was just stacked. With or without KD, they were great. And so it was easier for him in those finals, Skip. You have to admit that. All he had to do is catch the ball and shoot it. That's it.
Kevin Durant?
So now we'll see. If he matches up with LeBron, we'll see what he does. But those Golden State years, he didn't outplay LeBron James.
Do you remember the walk-up three where he just dribbled the ball up the floor and shot it right in LeBron's face, and they were down 2, and all of a sudden they're up 1? Game 3.
But Chris, the question that I've asked everyone, if you had switched roles, if you had taken LeBron and put him on Golden State with that same team, and you put KD on the Cavaliers, are the Cavaliers beating the Warriors with LeBron, Steph, and Clay? Absolutely not.
Not even close.
They'd have got swept.
Right.
Yeah, they got swept.
We appreciate it. We're going to be checking in with you very soon about how this all plays out, because right now we just don't know. So that is the next question. Is the Harden trade a good thing or a bad thing for the league? We'll get into the details next.